Okay, guys. So we're back. Sorry, I was having some difficulties with this battery. But okay, here we are. I'm sauteing the onions and meat together. And while I do that, I'm going to show you, while this is going, I'm going to show you guys the seasonings that I use. I pulled them out of the drawer already. So here they are. I use some garlic powder. I use some onion powder. It's almost empty. Oh my gosh, I need to buy some more. I hope I have enough for this. Of course, some salt. I use my gourmet peppercorn with grinder pepper. Fancy, fancy. And I use this Maggi jugo sazon. It's really good, actually. Gives the meat a very good flavor. I also use these little packets here. They're called Sazon Goya. Let me show you the box. It's actually here. And it's tomato and cilantro. It actually tastes really good on a lot of food that I make. I usually use it for a lot of stuff. It's a very delicious seasoning. Gives you a little bit of history about it. And I also like to use these bouillon. I'm guessing this is beef bouillon because I use the chicken bouillon most of the time, and that's what I thought it was, but it's beef. And I also like to add some of this stuff. I know it's for rice, but it also gives it a very good flavor. So I only put a little hint of this in there. And meat tenderizer. Oh my gosh, all my seasonings are totally empty. I've been cooking a lot lately. Yeah, right. Okay. And what else are we going to put in it? I think that's everything that I put. I usually use some of this stuff also. So we'll use a little bit of this here. It's really, really delicious. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, guys. Excuse me. So, now that it's browning a little bit, still browning, the onions are cooking in there very nicely with it. Still kind of pink. We're going to turn it up just a little bit. It seems a little low. So now we're going to start seasoning it up. Put some salt in there. Enough to where the potatoes will have enough also. Okay. Also, some garlic powder. Sorry guys, I get my inspiration from my medication while I'm cooking. It gives me energy, it makes me feel good. No pain whatsoever. It's the best thing that the doctor could have ever given me. And it, I don't know, it gives me good vibes. I know a lot of people think it's a very bad thing and we shouldn't be doing it, and it's totally against the law, but it's not. There's a lot of people out there that need it, and I am one of them, and so is my hubby. And we're firm believers that it does cure a lot of things, and it's happened. It's been proven that it does cure a lot of things, so we support it. Just make sure that our kids are nowhere around and we have our own time to do our own thing. So that's what we do while we cook. Sorry, my nose is a little runny. Okay. So, I've already put onion powder, garlic powder. We're going to put a little bit of meat tenderizer. Everything is so empty already. I need to buy some more. I use them a lot. Most of the time we're here cooking at home, or you've seen us out eating a few little items here and there, but most of the time I do enjoy cooking. Okay. I think I'm good. Thank you. Okay, so now grind the pepper in there. Enough to where it's all throughout the whole entire thing. And we're gonna put one of these cubes in there. Maybe just half of one, just until I could taste it and till it boils to know exactly how it tastes. So we're gonna put a little piece. We'll use a smaller one first, since I've already used the other seasonings. We don't want to over season it and make it too salty. So we're gonna throw it in there, and it's going to melt and dissolve as the heat hits it. And we're just gonna let it simmer. It is already browning a little bit more. Maybe we can raise it just a little bit more. It seems a little low today. Okay. And it starts building its own little juices. See, I didn't have to put no water or anything in there. It does that all on its own. It's the juices from the meat. Also a little bit of the grease. I put a little bit of cooking oil in, but just so that it wouldn't stick. Enough to where it wouldn't stick, and it gives it a good texture also. So, and also for the onions, so they could cook evenly also. So here we are. And now we're gonna wait till the meat is fully cooked, and we're gonna start throwing the potato and then the chili in there. So I don't know if we should put this on there. The only one that I have not put on here is this one, and this one I do know for sure that I will put in there, because this is what I use all the time every time I make it. So this has to go on there for sure. And I know it seems crazy because it says it's for rice, but it gives it just a little hint of something. And I don't put too much, it's just a little sprinkle. And I save the rest of it. All these here, like I don't need to use too much of anything, just enough. We'll leave this out in case I want to use it. And that's pretty much the seasoning for the moment. Till it's done. Once the meat is done, we'll come back and show you the potatoes going in there, and then we'll put the chili, and then we'll cover it, we'll let it simmer on its own, let it boil, all the flavors together. And once it's done boiling, we'll give it a taste, see if it has enough salt, enough of this, enough of that, and if it lacks any, we throw it in there while it's boiling, and then we serve it with a side of floured or corn tortillas, or even tostadas, whatever each person likes. So yeah, guys, we'll be back with you guys shortly. Okay? Ready? Okay, so we're back, guys. I think it's time to put the potatoes in there. It seems that it's good now. That little thing is still dissolving, but it'll dissolve with the potatoes in there. No problem. But the meat is fully cooked now. As long as it's not bloody or extra pink, you're okay to throw in your potatoes. I like to rinse the potatoes after I cut them, and after they sit there, because they start getting like a brown, like black film on it, and I don't know, it makes me feel kind of weary. So every time before I throw them in, I'll rinse them, and it does release like brown water. So yeah, it's good to rinse them right before you toss them in there. And now we're just going to throw them in there. And then we're also going to throw in the green chili. I want to throw in that nasty water in there. We're going to throw in the green chili also. Okay. There's that. And now we're going to open this green chili. Oh, Lord. There we go. I've never used this brand here. The one that I used was out yesterday, so I am hoping and praying that this one is just as good as the other one. It's just green chili, so I figured it was no big deal. It smells delicious. I love green chili. It is amazing. That is one of my favorite things, is green chili. And look at this crazy lady. I don't know, when I saw the, kind of made me thought it was very, but they Ava and chili. So we're gonna throw it all in there. Remember I told you earlier, we're gonna throw everything in there, juice and all, because it gives it a very good, delicious chili taste. Like the chili taste comes out with the juice in it. Like it's just amazing. My mom taught me that actually, to just throw it all in there, and it gives it that good. Because I used to always drain the juice out of it, and I thought I was doing something good, but it's actually good to leave it in there. The juice, it actually like ferments almost in there with the chili. So when you use the juice, it also gives it a good taste, and like the chili taste really comes out. So I've learned to leave it in there, and that's how I've done it ever since I recreated my green chili stew, and ever since then it's been delicious. It came out really good, and the chili did prove to me that it does work with the juice. So that's how we do it now. Oh, one thing I forgot to put in there is my tomato, but I don't like to throw the tomato in there until the potatoes, until everything is fully, like completely 100% done. Only because the potatoes get, tomatoes, I always do that. The tomatoes get like soggy almost, like they disappear. Like the skin comes off and the tomato gets really soggy. So I'll throw it in there right before it's done, and when I serve it, the tomato will still be very crispy and it gives it a good texture. So here I feel like I need to add a little bit more water, and that's how I do it. I'll go based on how it looks. If it needs a little bit more water, I'll give it some more water so that we have enough juice. The juice in there is amazing. You have to have the juice in there. It's a green chili stew, so you have to have the fluid in there. Oh Lord, what is in here? We'll use a different one. This one is a little bit too small, so I'm going to grab this one. Fill it up easier. I'll throw some water in there. Give it a little bit more juice. Okay. And then now we can turn up the heat a little bit, because now the potatoes need to cook and everything needs to boil all together. So now we could kind of turn up the heat a little bit, not too high where it makes the... Okay, now we stir it all in. I think I will need some more salt. I didn't add enough salt earlier. Oh, maybe not. Ooh, that alone tastes pretty good actually. See how the potatoes are starting to soften up. You can tell that they're starting to soften up when they look like transparent almost, like you can see through them. That's how you know that they're, you see, like the edge of it is very translucent and the other piece is still white. So that tells you that they're not ready yet. And once you see that they all look like very translucent like that, very clear, then you know it's almost ready. It's almost ready. Oh yeah. Now I'm gonna pull out my tomato and slice it up. I feel like maybe it'll need just a little bit more salt. Everything else seems kind of perfect. Tomato.
I'm back on.
Okay. Now we're gonna grab tomatoes. Now we gotta pull back this, but I do have to rinse it and wash it because the meat was on there, and unless I use the other side, which I usually do, but it still makes me kind of nervous because I feel like the blood will run through it or behind it, so I always make sure that I at least rinse it and scrub it with this disinfectant. It's like a little concoction that we make here to disinfect the house. You know, a little bit of bleach, a little bit of pine salt, and maybe some soap, like just something that'll clean up good when we need it. So that's what I'll do. I'll clean this off real good. Rinse it off. Knife also, because we used it. I just love this knife. This knife is amazing. It's one of the best knives I have, and it works really, really, really good. It's just very old and raunchy already, but it still does what it does, and it helps me. Oh, we forgot to rinse the potatoes. That never gets old with me. Now we cut the tomatoes. And we cut them. And we're gonna throw them in there when it's about done actually. So we could just toss them in there. Let it boil for just a few more. Maybe 2. Well, I guess it's all good. So yeah, I wish you guys could all try it, man. It would be so amazing if everybody watching could get a little taste of it. Just so you guys could tell me if this was even worth watching, if it was even worth your time. But I feel like it would be. I've had a lot of people tell me that it's good. I've taken some to one of my friends at work, and from there, like 2 different people ate out of it, and they thought it was amazing. So I've even also given some to my mom, and my mom's a very good cook herself. So when she told me that it was very good, I felt like accomplished, because somebody who cooks as well as she was complimenting my food. So I felt like I did. Maybe I'll just do that one. I usually use a tomato for breakfast, so I'll save the half. So we're gonna throw that in there, and now we're just gonna let it. It's almost done, guys. Do you see the potatoes? They're almost done. Just a few more around the edges. So yeah, I wish you guys could try it, and I wish you guys could tell me your God honest truth on what you think of it. But my family seems to enjoy it, so I love to serve it. I love to make it. And yeah, so thanks guys for watching, and later on we'll make a video on the reviews of it, on what my kids and my hubby thought about it. So we'll make that in a different video. That way you guys could see their reviews on it this time, okay? Thank you guys for watching, and come back and see us. Subscribe. Love you guys.